Hey guys, Mike B. Rolling here. Wanted to do a quick video. I've had quite a bit of feedback on that last video I did, the video I shot the other day about changing the engine in the truck, and best trucks are old trucks. And a lot of people aren't really understanding. They're like, oh, I could go buy a truck and then change the engine, and I could do that too. The numbers don't work on that. I'm a numbers guy. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. The only reason I was in a predicament, I had a truck that was paid for. I only had one truck, but the truck was paid for and the engine was toast. So I was, kind of committed at that point. But if you don't have a truck and you're looking to go, you're looking to get into trucking and you want to go pre-E-log, pre-99, engine, or if you just want to go pre-emissions, if your company's going to require you to run E-logs anyway, you could go just pre-emissions glider kit style truck and get something 07, get an engine that's 07 or older, and get a truck that's, I think they're still making glider kits as of 2021, just making less of them. So they're still out there, they're still available. Plus a lot of people have changed engines in trucks and, then they run them and get older. But anyway, that's beside the point. To buy a truck and change the engine, it cost me to pull an old engine out and be done with it. Just to pull that engine out, buy an engine, check the engine, put it in the truck and get it up and running cost me about 35 grand. That's prohibitively expensive to do that. Now, if you're going to buy a truck and try to change the engine, now if you say buy a $35,000, $40,000, $50,000 truck, you're talking 85, 90 grand. You're better off just to go get a loan for 110, 115 and go get a newer truck and delete the engine, or get a glider kit, get a little bit older glider kit because they're still holding their value massively. But to get started, you're better off to go with a glider kit or just go get an old truck. My advice, I'd go get an old truck. In the position I'm in right now, I could afford to go buy a brand new truck if I wanted to. I would never do that because I don't want the debt level. I like keeping my overhead very low. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. If anything were to happen to the beast that I had to start over from scratch, I'd go buy a 1999, 98, 97, 95. I don't give a shit, but it'd be 99 or older, the whole truck. W9, 379, something like that, all day long. I do it all day long. I don't need a new truck. It's not a fashion show. It's, I want a workhorse that I can get bought with cash, or, mostly cash and pay it off quickly. But it would probably be a cash buy because the amount of money that the beast's worth, if something were to happen, I would surely have an insurance claim of some kind coming. So I'd put that towards a newer truck and then some cash out of pocket for boot. But I would go 99 or older myself. If you've never worked on trucks and you want to go something a little newer and you're not afraid of debt, go get you a loan for, you can get a really nice truck for 100 grand, 110 grand, 120 grand. I've seen all kinds of like 2015s that are, still, they're DEF DPF, they're stock trucks, 100 grand, 389 Pete, 110 grand, and for a lot of guys, that's fine. You could start off that way. Buy you a truck that has the DEF DPF and run it for a little while, make you some money, save it up, and then go find you a good shop and delete the damn thing. Just keep your mouth shut about it. Delete the truck, and they're good trucks until the engines eat themselves alive. Then, by then, you'll more than likely have the truck paid for or close to it. Then you could be in a situation, the same situation as me, and say, well, crap, now I got a truck that's paid for with a bad engine, and I don't want to fix that engine because no one's going to rebuild that engine without putting DEF back on it, so unless you got a good, mom and pop mechanic, kind of like the one I use, he would rebuild the engine, hell, he deleted the damn thing. He'd rebuild the engine, no problem. But I didn't want to rebuild that ISX and put that much money into those engines because they're not million-mile engines, not like the old 3406E and a 12.7 Series 60 Detroits and the N14 Select Plus, even the mechanical N14s or the 3406B model mechanical cats. They're million-mile engines, man. They're reliable and dependable all day long. These new ISXs are way over, even the 07 ISX. That's a very much more complicated engine than the N14 ever was. Those old engines are worth their weight in gold, man. But yeah, I just want to throw this video out there because I wouldn't recommend anybody just think they're going to go buy a truck and then, just change the engine out and make it, unless you've got just a mountain of cash sitting around and that's what you want to do, then hey, more power to you. But you'd be better off to go either buy hell, you could find 2013, 2014 glider kits that aren't going to be $100 grand. You know, maybe it's not a 389 Pete. Maybe it's a Cascadia or a you know, hell, Columbia, something like that, a Volvo, you know, whatever. Volvo. Oh, God, I can't believe that word came out of my mouth. Volvo. Not a fan. But, you know, there are a lot of guys that like Volvos. I've never liked them. I don't like the way they feel behind the seat, the visibility, just the metal floor rusting through. I don't care for Volvo. You know, yeah, there's many different ways you can get a good truck with a good, reliable engine. And it doesn't have to be a 389 or a W9. You know, we don't all need to be Billy Big Riggers out there with the big Peterbilts and Kenworth, you know. Get a T660 like I got. You know, it's not a W9. It's not a super big fancy truck, but you know what? It's a nice truck. Rides good, comfortable. From the windshield back, it's the same as a W9. From the windshield front, totally different. But, you know, from the windshield forward, but yeah, there's many different ways you can get started. But if you're looking to get into trucking, I would highly recommend you get some sort of a glider kit. At a minimum, get a glider kit with a pre-emissions engine in it. And if you're able to, and you're wanting to stay on paper logs, then find you either a good old truck that's 99 or older, or find you a glider kit that's got a 99 or older engine pre-E-log. And the glider kits already have a premium on them, but the pre-E-log 99 and older engine glider kits have a bigger premium on them. So, you know, you're going to get what you pay for. You're going to pay for it to get what you want. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody goes and buys a truck knowing that they're planning on changing the engine, because I'm here to tell you, man, it's expensive. It's a lot of work, takes a lot of time. But anyway, just want to throw that video out there real quick. To one of the comments on the last video was, you know, I said it was very expensive, but it was well worth it in the long run, and it is. You know, the being on paper logs. You know, I'm not out here cheating like, you know, you hear about people driving for 20 hours straight. I would never do that. You know, I'm getting old, man. I'm not getting old, but I'm getting up there in the years. And after driving 11 hours in a 14-hour day, I'm freaking tired, man. I'm ready to go to bed. But it's a matter of, you know, I don't have that clock ticking with somebody poked over my shoulder ready to yell at me if that, you know, the minute clock runs out of minutes and I got another 20 minutes to go to get to the truck stop that I know has good food, clean showers, and a good place to park. I'm not concerned about that 20 minutes. I drive on right to where I need to go. I don't have to worry about it. With an electronic logbook, you're doing all kinds of fancy tricks, and I just, you know, I don't have to worry about counting my minutes and then figuring out where I'm going and planning my trip down to the minute with paper logs. If I want to stop and sit down and enjoy my fast food at a truck stop, because they don't have freaking diners anymore. But if I want to sit down and eat, I can sit down, eat my lunch, sit there for a minute, contemplate the meaning of life, and then get up and casually walk out to my truck and take off. I don't have to be like, okay, I got 12 minutes to eat. I need to sit down and eat, and I got to be back in the truck and rolling because I got X amount of minutes and X amount of miles. Man, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't have to be like it. I'm much more relaxed. I always make it where I need to go, and I don't have to cheat all the time. Very seldom do I cheat. A lot of times I don't even drive 11 hours in a day because I spend a lot of time sitting waiting to get loaded or unloaded, you know, and it eats up my clock. I wake up at a certain time and get started, and when I get tired, I pull over and go to bed. I don't need to run all night and all day. And man, running hard like that, nah. That was back in the day. You know, we used to get gnarly with it. You know, used to go all out, but not nowadays, man. The DOT out there, they ain't joking around. They take that shit seriously. But anyway, just want to throw that quick video out there. If you're looking to get into a truck, and like I said, if you can do if your company will let you go paper logs and get you an old 99 or older, or a glider kit with a 99 or older engine, and if your company's going to make you do paper logs anyway, then that frees you up to, okay, now I can get a glider kit with any pre-emissions engine. There's a lot more of those out there. But save you a lot of money if you're not afraid to drive a Columbia versus driving a 389 Pete. You know, we're talking probably $40,000-$50,000 cheaper. But don't try to, one piece of advice I'll give anybody starting out new: don't try to go for the biggest, baddest, bestest, prettiest, and just, ooh, that's the big truck. Ooh, I'm a Billy Big. Don't do that. Start out with a good, affordable truck and get yourself established financially. Get a nice big nest egg built and save up a nice big down payment. And then on your second or your third truck, that's where you go get the Cadillac. That, you know, start out with a Chevette and then work your way into a Corvette. You know what I mean? Best advice I can give you. Anyway, y'all be good out there. Like and subscribe. Share the channel. Keep them questions coming. I read them all. I answer them all. Catch y'all later.